I refused to visit my brother in the hospital and told my parents I don't like him and won't be there for him in the future. My brother Jake is 15 and I'm 17. A few weeks ago his appendix burst and he had to be rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. They missed it the first time he went to the emergency room, so by the time they figured out what was wrong, he had complications. He ended up staying in the hospital for over a week. The whole time he was there, my parents kept asking me to come visit him. I said no every single time. We fought about it constantly for that entire week. They kept telling me I should be more worried, that I was acting too normal while they were freaking out about whether he'd be okay. After Jake came home and things calmed down, my parents sat me down and asked why I wouldn't visit even one time. They kept saying things like, he's your brother, you're supposed to love each other and be there for each other when something bad happens. Then my mom said, what if something happens to us someday? Who's going to be there for him if you won't even visit him in the hospital? I looked at both of them and said, that's exactly how it's going to be. Nobody will be there because I won't be there. They looked at me like I'd grown a second head. My dad said, that's not right. You can't just decide that. I told them I don't like my brother. I don't like the way he treats me, and honestly, as a person, I think he's pretty awful. They asked where all this was coming from, and I said they taught him to be a user when it comes to me. Let me explain what I mean. My parents aren't bad parents overall, but they've always babied Jake even though he's only 2 years younger than me, not 10. Growing up, we had equal rules in some ways, but in others, he was always supposed to come first. Like when we were younger, we each got 1 hour of TV time, but my parents would ask me to let Jake watch an extra hour, and I could watch mine another time. If we got pizzas and I had some slices left, but Jake finished his and was still hungry, they'd tell me to give him my last slice whether I was hungry or not. If I was doing homework or playing a game and Jake needed something, I was expected to drop everything immediately to help him. When I complained, they'd say things like, just let him enjoy being the youngest, or remind me that helping him would make them happy. So I started doing more and more for him. I'd spend the last of my pocket money buying him stuff instead of getting something for myself. When it was my turn to pick takeout, I'd ask him where he wanted to eat instead. But here's where it got bad. Jake started expecting more and more from me. The few times I said no, my parents looked disappointed and Jake would get mad. Eventually, he stopped talking to me completely unless he wanted something. And he wouldn't even ask nicely anymore. He'd just tell me to do stuff. But he never did anything for me, ever. Last year, I got so sick I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days. Jake was in his room playing Minecraft with his friends online and being super loud. I dragged myself to his door and asked if he could play downstairs in the living room so I could rest. He looked at me, said nothing, and then got even louder right after I left. Another time I had a school assignment due in like 20 minutes. Jake was on the family computer watching videos. I asked him if I could have it for just 2 minutes to send my assignment to my teacher. He told me no and wouldn't get off. But the worst was a few months ago when I got food poisoning. I was throwing up every 20 minutes and running back and forth to the bathroom all night. Jake got annoyed by me going in and out, so he locked himself in the bathroom for 3 hours straight. 3 hours. I had to puke in a trash bag in my room because my own brother wouldn't let me use the toilet. I asked my parents to step in a few times over the years. Instead of actually doing something, they'd just buy me something to try to distract me from being upset. I know Jake is young and people say he could change, but I don't think he cares about me enough to ever be different. I'm not going to put in work trying to fix a relationship with someone who treats me like I only exist to serve him. When I told my parents all of this, they got mad at me again. My mom said, he's your brother, you can't just disown him. My dad said, you can't just decide he can rot in the hospital for all you care, but that's exactly what I decided. I'm done pretending we have some special bond just because we share parents. The second I turn 18, I'm out of here, and I plan on forgetting I ever had a brother at all.